Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune INNATE, and what I'm creating for you could simply be an ASMR style video with some audio and visual triggers to help you fall asleep or chill out or recenter yourself. That's my hope. Or if you're open to the concept of energy work, or even not even that far, but if you're open to the concept of, healthy or positive intentioned communication, which, is always what I'm trying to do in these videos for the most part, to give you something for your subconscious or your conscious, your waking mind to chew on, to reflect on, self-reflection. And in that process, we become better versions of ourselves when we reflect, don't we? So I hope that you use this video in any way that is in alignment with what resonates with you. But I am an energy worker. I am an esoteric healing arts teacher and practitioner. And this is really what I'm all about. Make fun of me all you want. I don't care. It's what I'm about. What I'm into, okay? It's like ride or die here with this stuff. But the theme that we have is a little still in correspondence with that relationship series that I've wanted to put out. This is not astrological necessarily. This is not it's just intuition. It's just intuition, a theme that I feel like I want to put out. So I'm creating these video sessions that all layer, like a layering foundational kind of approach to support our healthy relationships, and this one specifically has a theme of cord cutting, releasing, and I don't mean necessarily releasing, although we can take it there. You be the judge. You know yourself best. You know your situation best. We can take it to a point of like cord cutting, boundary set up. I'm done. I'm moving forward. That's it, right? It can be that. Or it can be a cord cutting or cord treatment is probably a better way to say it, to address cutting or releasing the dynamic of a certain pattern in your relationships. So that's not necessarily releasing a person, but more so releasing the reactions, releasing the karmic kind of like tendencies of discord and the things that get us stuck. So we want to take this from a cord cutting approach, or lean in a little bit that way, as well as a karmic intention to clear and release the patterns of karma, specifically in our relationships, to invite our subconscious and our conscious mind to unify and bring together the lesson of the situation, so we don't have to repeat this crap over and over and over and over again. All right? I hope you enjoy that. I hope it serves you. I want to first special thank you, shout out to the sponsor for this video today, which is Blinkist. I've talked about Blinkist before if you watch my channel. Maybe you don't know. But I've been working with Blinkist for a good few months now, and I absolutely love this app. I'm going to put up some images here for you to take a look at. Blinkist is an app which has the best insights from over 3,000 plus nonfiction books, and it condenses them into just 15 minutes. You can read them, or you can listen to them like podcast style, which is personally my preference. I've said it before, but my method for using this is I put it on in the background when I'm making my coffee, when I'm drinking my glass of water in the morning, when I'm getting breakfast ready for my son and my dog. I do it when I'm doing that stuff in my kitchen routine. I'll do it in my kitchen routine, and it works out really well for me. There are over 14 million active users, and you have access to these titles whether you're online or offline, which is very, I've been home so much lately, so I haven't been using them offline, but that's definitely helpful. Blinkist has a new feature where you can get full-length audiobooks if you want to go, more deeper, more richly into the books themselves, which gives a special member discount for 65% off the regular retail price. If you're an audiobook person, this would come in very, very handy. Some books that I would recommend in alignment with this theme today: How to Love, Conscious Uncoupling, Against Empathy, A Return to Love, and emotional agility. The first 100 people to click on the link below in my bio will get a full week of free trial access, of which you can cancel anytime within that free trial, making it totally free. Or if you decide to go with the membership, you get 25% off the total membership price, which is great. And I'm telling you, in that week, you can listen to so much because they're only 15 minutes long, and you can check it out for yourself if you like it as much as I do. But, I'll say, because I've seen a few people say this before when I've, worked with Blinkist before, like, oh, this isn't like a full audiobook. Like, no, it's not. And it's nice because it's like tapas. It's not replacing reading, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm a Gemini. I have some Gemini, you know what I mean? Like, I like to hop around. I like to move quickly. I think a lot of us have minds like that now, like very, I don't want to say like we don't have an attention span, but we want to nibble stuff, we want to get through as much different stuff as we can. And it's not really about like the romanticism necessarily of reading these nonfiction books, of course, in general, right? And there's a difference between quick nonfiction books and like getting the insights from them versus like cliff notes of some fine piece of literature. Like that's different concepts, so just to explain that if that's confusing at all. So thank you so much to Blinkist for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love the service myself. I use it all the time, so it's kind of like a double win for me. So thank you so much, and we'll get into our session now. All right. I've heard people like these little bags. So this is a little baggie of carnelian, and I'm bringing it out for the emotional connection because this is a piece of this work. I'm going to take a little pinch, set an intention, place them in the candle here. Three lefts. And we're just going to set an intention with this candle. Right? So, on behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and alignment. Those noises are just Bamba. I hope he doesn't spook you. He's like the least spookiest in the world. But our intention today is to support a release with love. Whether that for you is the release of actual relationships, like really releasing relationships, I will share. I'm releasing a relationship. I have been, but it's becoming finalized, and I have to continue to do this, even though the relationship will always be a part of my life. I need to release this, right? I need to release entirely the dynamic that once was, and it's a process, it's not an overnight thing. So I'm working with this too, is what I mean to say. And in this, I want to have an intention to release with love, to release with honoring both parties, no matter how many parties. And of course, I'm speaking of romantic, but this could be any form of relationship, any form of dynamic, because we form these cords, these connections with people that we have an emotional reaction to, that spur or stir, is that what I said twice? A emotional reaction out of us when we feel emotion too, good and bad, good and bad together, in fact, sometimes. So the point here, again, is to release with love. If that comes up for you, please allow that intention to work with you. Or if you're not open to, and it's not what you're looking for, not about the release of the relationship, how about a release of the dynamic that is set in any unhealthy, toxic, or just imbalance? They don't even have to be rotten, but like an imbalance in the relationship, to bring back our power, to honor the power in others, to bring back our sense of sovereignty and individuality, and honor that in others. And this is all about taking this to a higher level, taking this to a more deeply rooted level as well, a level of karmic connection. And there is a karmic responsibility often in letting go. So let's just allow that. And it's not about, like I said, hard lines necessarily for all of us. So if you'd like to set your own intention, and I will say, if you're this might be for one of you, but if you're afraid to let go, I promise it's hard to let go. There's a lot of grief and mourning, I truly understand, but it isn't until we let go that we're able to make room for what comes next in our life, more room for ourselves, most importantly. But surely as we love ourselves, and if it's something we're open to, new love comes, more relationships come, and that is life, and it's beautiful, all right? Okay, so we're going to take this candle, I'm going to bring you back for a sec. Hey. And I'm just going to look over here so I don't spill anything. But I'm just going to light. You know what? I think I'll be okay. I'm just going to walk in and out a little bit. I'm just going to light a dragon's blood incense. I want to really light it because I want it to burn fast. So I'm going to get a big old cherry here, okay? A big old cherry. Is that big enough? Let's get it bigger because I want to take the ashes. And we'll just go through a little bit first, but I'm going to do that with my little setup here. My friend Angela gave me this adorable, Angela Mary Magic gave me this adorable little holder. I love it so much. And this is from Sean Walking Bear, or The Rattle Maker on Etsy. And I'm just going to set an intention, channel through. So I'm channeling right now, right? Reiki doesn't just come out of your hands, okay? Focusing on your form and sweeping through, blowing through this smoke, this very powerful, very strong dragon's blood. Quite purifying. A little punchy. It smells amazing. Just close your eyes if you like, or keep them open, whatever, but allow yourself to feel or kind of tune in to the smoke going all through your eyes, not in your eyes, not burning, but through your eyes, through your nose, around your head, your throat, around your shoulders, releasing that burden. Not to call people burdens, but the weight of sometimes the stress or the imbalance is a burden. And sometimes the imbalance is not just us giving. Sometimes we're not giving enough. Or sometimes people do try to give, but we reject it. That happens to me so much. So, going down the body, down the chest, down the abdomen, hips, sacral area as well. Excuse me. Down the legs, down the back. Really addressing the spine, the back of the head, the back of the neck, down the back of the knees, back of the legs, all the way to the floor. Going in the armpits, I love those armpits. A lot can collect there though. I don't want to leave anything out. Between the fingers. And forgive, this might be a little strange, but I'm focusing here on the roof of your mouth and under your tongue. Okay, so pardon me for a sec. Take the ashes so far and put them in this bowl so you can see I knocked off the ashes and this is a bag of flowers. Been buying myself flowers for my altar, and I don't always buy roses, but the couple of times I did, I tried to save them. So I'm going to take a solitary white rose. Just like a little rosebud. Noise, which to me speaks of energy movement. It's like a low. I'm okay, I promise. So I have this rose. I'm just gonna kind of gently pick it apart and add it in with the ashes. White, kind of cream color, for me is about purity, and a purity with love, like releasing with love, maintaining a love, and not a love necessarily like like that, but a love of like respect. of moving on, whether it's on from the actual relationship or on from the dynamic and shifting it around. Attention into the metal itself here. Again, that release, that dragon's blood, out the ashes, the essence of the dragon's blood, with the softness and sweetness and support, but still strength. Roses have thorns, you know, of the roses. This is a sacral note, singing bowl, a D note. Able to focus your energy, focus your mind on your sacral area. Just allow anything that needs to become untethered to do so. Any neediness or codependency to release. To inspire the creative energy in this field. Creating more opportunities, different perspectives. But it's also an attunement of sorts. You can hear the petals vibrating. It might sound a little odd, but it's quite interesting. I'm going to use this spray. Desert rain. And I picture like rain falling on this baked land and like steam coming up and cooling it down. And the different, I guess, like low water. How do I say that? Not low light, but like low water. Plants and animals and bugs and stuff getting what they need from the rain. I'm just going to spray beyond the shoulders. And mine. I'm going to go for the sacral area. bring out some stones. Would this really be a Lune INNATE video if I didn't? So here, I'm so sorry, this light is very tricky for me to see what's in focus. These are, excuse me, this is a piece of turquoise. Raw, bumpy, beautiful. And turquoise is excellent for transformation. And this is an energy, of course, of transformation. Relationships cause transformation. The separation of relationships cause transformation. We could be transforming the dynamic here. We're transforming when we access intentions of karma. You know, and this is not against, for those of you who are a bit advanced or chewing on more advanced themes here, this is not about going against free will. This is not about changing your path, like changing your destiny. This is about helping us to release these like loops, these like, who knows how long they'll go on for. Loops, they're not about destiny. They're about learning. Learning is the destiny, whether it's this lifetime, if you're open to this kind of stuff, or like 100 lifetimes from now. The point is still the same. So this is what we're focused on here. And turquoise, quite moon rock here, right? Quite space rock with these lights and everything. But turquoise is great for transformation. Here I have a personal favorite, Kambaba stone. This one is great for helping to reprogram the mind, reprogram how you're thinking or your beliefs. So one of these under your pillow, under your head, while you're manifesting, while you're practicing, while you're shifting thoughts, shifting beliefs and patterns, and working with karma. This one's really great for that. Such gorgeous, like spacey, swirly markings as well. I love this stone. Have a very yummy citrine, and the association of the stone today for us is about the self and the warmth of self and the cultivation of the self, our personal confidence, and our willingness to walk away. And it doesn't mean walking away from a person for everyone, but it can be walking away from an argument. It can be walking away from something you just choose not to engage with anymore. And there's a real strength in that. There's a strength in communication. There's a strength in working things out. Don't get me wrong. But I just mean like the willingness to know, like, if I need to move on, I will. I can. Wow, like that alone shifts everything. Even when you choose to stay, if you know you could leave, or if you know you could change things, it changes things in the way that we see stuff. It elevates like the potential. It elevates our viewpoint, you know. It gets things going. So I thought citrine, for just the confidence within all of that, would be very helpful. And this is like such a yummy piece. Why don't I have this in my pocket every day? That's where it should be. So we'll just set intentions to support confidence, self-empowerment, the strength within, the courage within to know you can change whatever you want. And sometimes the greatest strength we have, or the most power, comes from moving on, you know, changing things up. I'm seeing like a stag head. Do you remember those cough drops drops that were like kind of gummy. They were like Luden's honey something. That's what this reminds me of. Soothing and comfortable. Like honey going down your throat. Making you feel maybe a little better. Feel a little more comfortable. And comfort and confidence. Some of us are uncomfortable with being confident, you know? This is a teeny tiny little piece, little window pane of optical calcite. She's cute, right? And optical calcite is great for helping us to see things more clearly, see other perspectives, other ways that things can play out. And again, that just like clarity and like organized thinking. So I want to set an intention to kind of place this within the third eye area. Right. I won't be using any athame or any knives in this video or anything like that. But I do have this piece of axonite, which has a bit of a blade-like shape. It's stunning. And we're just gonna do like little slices. So hope that this is okay and not as triggering as a knife might be. But of course, if you don't want to see this coming to you, just do what you need to do, okay? So we're gonna take this axonite and just make little slices, little access points, focusing on the sacral, solar plexus, the mental field, the emotional fields, and the karmic ties, karmic cycles of repetition. I don't mean the development. I want this to be potentially an opportunity for development. So we want to access those loops, those hamster wheels, those tracks that we're kind of just find ourselves going on and on and on. Okay, language. I'm getting like a King of Cups kind of vibe. Neptune vibe. Some of you may process this in your dreams heavily. Some of you will certainly find yourself reclaiming your emotional composure. Okay. And then just these little clear quartz points. And we're gonna focus inward to those karmic loops, cycles, hooked kind of spots, and just slice through them and focus deeply. Because we all have multiple patterns, right, that keep us on these roundabouts. For those of you seeking to release actual relationships, as I am, like I said, this isn't about falling off the face of the earth, you know. This person is still in my life heavily, and they will be. But to use myself as an example, I can focus on releasing that aspect, and it has been, but over how long the relationship was, you know, it's just good to keep focusing on letting it go with love, with love, with love. Or the dynamic communication style, or the pattern, or the guilt, jealousy, the codependency, the, what do I say, the, what's that word, the vindictive nature in any way. And anything else, even beyond, of course, my words, which are so limiting. Anything that would support you, and release. I have here some amber and sandalwood oil. I love this stuff. It's so yummy. We're going to focus into those little points that we just worked on. We're just going to use this like a little empowering balm. I'm just going to shift you back. Just focus in on these spots, and of course this whole time channeling, sending fresh movement, flow, energy, the best intentions, the most supportive intentions through, holding you in your empowerment with all your potential, bringing those lessons to the forefront, to the consciousness. Just covering all the points there. Come through with the intention to kind of bring together, smooth together the auric field where we made those little gentle axonite incisions. Just smooth and comb it through, bringing all the pieces together, if you will. And with this energy of selenite, which is so supportive of like the negativity being transmuted as it hits, and I say negativity for lack of a better word, just smoothing. Got a siren behind me somewhere. soothing. I'm seeing hearts. When we release those karmic loops and the weirdo human focused attachments and stuff, that's all program, past life, whatever you want to, however you want to think of it as. It really makes us, helps us to be just so much more loving of ourselves, of others, because we're not stuck, we're not taking things personally. And I just have one more piece of guidance here, and that is to remind yourself, if you are thinking of someone specific, my encouragement to you is to not put yourself in a position over the next 21 days to let them emotionally get to you, good or bad. If you're looking to really cut ties, try not to feel emotions. If you have to block them, if you have to ghost, if you have to go no contact, that's what I meant, then you should do that. At least for those 21 days, to let it sink in, to let it really catch. And if you're still with that person, or, if it's not about a no contact situation, just remember to approach this differently. Approach them differently. Allow, sit, think, reflect, release taking things super personally, Come at it with a maturity, and you won't believe how much more productive your relationships will get. And of course, I feel like I'm also going to get a comment of like, well, your relationship didn't work out. It's like, you know what? We were together for a long time, and people grow, and people change, and us releasing one another is the right thing to do, and it plays into karma, the release of one another. That conscious uncoupling is one of the most beautiful things I've ever been able to witness in my life, let alone be a part of. Alright? Alright, well, you feel good. Just feeling the flame here a little. I thank you so very much for allowing me to share a little piece of your path today. And, I'd love to hear how you're working with this, or if it resonates with you, for sure. Just thank you so much. Special thank you to those in the Patreon community. It's such an honor to connect with you. Just thank you so much for the support and the inspiration always. And to those who have been so blessed to work with, I have my entire availability schedule up on my Instagram if you'd like to check it out for the entire rest of the 2020. We're almost out of it, at least the year anyway. So cool, but also, whoa, what is time? All right, so again, thank you so much, and thank you to Blinkist as well. And just kind of centering here, I bow to the divine within you, within me, and I just honor this odd connection, this odd opportunity to connect, From the very bottom of my heart, I thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm messing up my outro here. I know it's going to bother some of you, but just thank you. And I wish you nothing but love, and, you just step into who the heck you really are, So much love to you, and namaste.